I'm gonna get started now. Hello everybody, I'm here with my skin buddy. My name is Christina Benavides and I am a nurse practitioner and a licensed esthetician. I have been an esthetician for over 20 years and a nurse for 10 and a nurse practitioner for a little over a year. Here in Florida, estheticians are actually not allowed to microneedle unless they have certain licensing. Also the PRP, they won't be able to do it unless they're a phlebotomist. This is my lovely model, Maria. She's actually an esthetician as well, so si quieren saludar and say hi. Hi. And I'll be showing you how to incorporate my Skin Buddy into your treatments and how to use it if you were doing microneedling. I'm gonna start off with cleansing her skin. I use an array of products ranging from medical lines and then also Be Bright that I love to use when I'm using the Skin Buddy because there is glycerin in it. And it helps to give a better glide when you're cleansing with this, and it can be used on all skin types, so that's the wonderful thing with the Be Bright line. So I like using two. I have the pink, the white, and the black at home. While you're using it in your treatments, it's a great idea to be able to talk to them about it and that they're able to take this home to help extend their treatments. I like doing a light enzyme before I do the microneedling. It's been a while since she's had a microneedling treatment, but usually for my first timers, I do that if they haven't been doing other treatments with me. I do use my bare hands. I'm kind of old school. I only use the gloves once I start opening the skin, so when it comes to extractions or during the microneedling process. But I always keep my hands nice and clean before touching the skin. Sometimes I can use an alcohol pad or I always have my little alcohol pumps ready. And I wipe it down. I need to keep a towel on my lap just to pat my hands dry. And I go all the way down to the neck. So the way I do my treatments is I do all the cleansing, exfoliating, and I do the LED panel before doing the microneedling. What it does is it kind of preps the skin for less inflammation afterwards. It helps with better healing. It allows, again, for the client to leave looking a little more acceptable to come out into society instead of being so red and uncomfortable. I like to use both Skin Buddies. It allows us to be able to cut down the cleansing time, and then it allows the client to feel the symmetry on both sides and making sure that you're evenly working on both sides as well. It's a great tool to have as a beginner and as a professional, even a veteran esthetician. If you can't afford like the bigger, more expensive panels, LED panels, this is a wonderful way to start having and offering LED to your clientele, and you're really giving a better result after every treatment than just using your hands. I feel like my Skin Buddy is like the gold standard of your home cleansing and your little home devices. So as I feel that it's getting a little sticky, I just put them down a minute, add a little more water. So ideally is just wet the skin and keep cleansing. And it's only about 2 minutes that you need to cleanse when you're using two. And then since I'm using it on the same client, I just kind of wipe it down. And I try not to do it too hot because we're doing the microneedling. And making sure like what they need, if there's any extractions that are going to be needed, so that then we can also set up a follow-up appointment for extractions. So also my client has microblading done on her eyebrows. With microneedling, you want to avoid that area so you don't lighten up the pigmentation. So this is the Ormedic from Image. It's gentle but effective. It's a real nice prep for before your microneedling as well as for after your dermaplaning. And the nice thing is you can also get close to the eyes. I leave it on for about a minute or two, and then I go back with the Skin Buddy and give some more. So I just use a 3cc syringe and an 18 gauge needle to draw out the serums I'm going to use. I like to use from a company called Fusion because they come in sterile vials. Also, before I put her under the LED light, I do the O2 Skin Tonic, and it really helps with healing as well. I'm prepping the skin. I always like to start off with the hyaluronic acid. Try to get 1 cc of this, and then the rest I do a cocktail. Then even including the Skin Buddy just in a regular facial really makes a difference in their immediate results. The skin's going to be brighter, it's going to be cleaner, it helps to penetrate the product you're using much better, so it really does help to enhance your facial treatments. Using these types of devices at home really makes a difference in enhancing their home results and again penetrating those products much better. And one of the things as a nurse I like to teach my esthetician is remembering the clean hand, dirty hand. We do it like for sterile procedures. It makes it easier for you to keep the area clean while you're doing microneedling. Spray. So those who don't have like an LED panel, just using your Skin Buddy makes a difference. It's not as strong as having a panel, but you do see a difference. So this is a really good tool for after microneedling, after the fibroblast treatments, be able to see a significant reduced healing time. So you can cut the time anywhere from 2 to 3 days using the Skin Buddy day and night, along with your healing serums like the Be Bright that helps with healing as well, which we're going to use that today after the treatment. And we're going to use a little bit of the night mode as well, which is the retinol. I'll let her rest there for about 20 minutes. I'm going to spray again because this will help again with the healing. It also helps with the pain. So since the skin is going to be open, I just cover up my mouth just so I don't get any cross-contamination or droplet in the opening of the skin. I do use a company called NanoStem. This is a needle. I'm going to be using 0.25 on her. This one is a little different. It is a triangle tip. So I use this for the microneedling, the serums, and then I'll apply the MySkinBuddy Be Bright serum afterwards, and then finish off with the retinol and sunscreen. You can include MySkinBuddy into your treatment packages as well. Include the cost in there, because again, it's going to help with their healing, it's going to improve their results, and it's going to extend their results. So they're going to be much happier. You're going to have many referrals. So it makes a big difference when these clients are using these products at home and these devices, so that your work is out there being shown. And I don't usually numb with my microneedling unless the client really can't tolerate this device. You really don't need to go that deep with microneedling again to get the results that you want, because the collagen production is very superficial. Again, the dirty hand, clean hand. So this is the way I do it. I use this hand as the one to spread, this one the one to pour and stamp. So if you have a machine that glides, ideally then is to put something so you can have a good glide. But this one I don't glide. I stamp. And I get as close to the eyebrows as I can without getting on them, so we don't lighten any of the microblading. And I do about a 50% overlapping. So I don't know if you can see, so there is still, even at a 0.25, you get a pinpoint bleeding. So if you're using exosomes, this would be the time to apply it and then move on to your next section. So you would have a little bit and apply it. So the same thing with the Be Bright. Just a little bit. Apply it, because this will help start with the healing process and make sure it gets in there while the channels are still open, and then move on to the next section. So here I lower the setting. I like to get as close to the eyes as possible. And then on the nose, because the vibration can be very intense, I just do it as stamping. I'll show you. Under the eye, I can do some stamping. So I'm gonna press, 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 because we're gonna give it some channels. If she didn't have the microblading, I would go a little bit on the lid. She said, okay, we could do a little bit on the lid, but I'm gonna try not to go where the tattoo is. So I would press. Same thing around the nose. I'm gonna press. Continue here. And you see, so she's already showing a little erythema, a little redness. That also serves me as a guide to know where I've been. So it is very important too that if you're working with a wire that you're conscious to keep it over your shoulder so it doesn't touch the skin, no cross-contamination, or that you have it covered. So you started on the neck. So you still get the benefit of having the channels being open. You just don't get as many as you do when you have it shooting up and down. And this way you could actually get closer to the middle of the neck too. You just press gently. You want the skin held taut as much as you can. Hurts less that way, and it's just more comfortable for the client. So if you have some sensitivity over a scar that you have here, so to still work on it, I'll turn off the machine and do just the pressing, the stamping. So we still get the benefits of treating the scar without the discomfort. Again, there's the importance of keeping a clean hand, dirty hand. Not to have to change gloves so many times as well. Keep your eyes closed. It's gonna help again with healing, calming the skin, as well as the deep bright. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the retinol, the night mode. So there'll be a little sting to it. It's not that bad. The Bright Night mode is a non-irritating retinol. And then what I'll do is I'll change my gloves. I'll put a moisturizer on now because of the hyaluronic acid. It's I like to show my clients so that they know if they want to do a tinted or a clear sunscreen. So the brand that I use, the Allumier, is a safe tint for after like lasers and treatments like that. So I'll use the Neogenesis Burial Renewal Cream, and then I'll put the tinted sunscreen on. So at this point too, if they had their own Skin Buddy before applying the sunscreen, I would use their Skin Buddy on their skin. And since we don't have hers, we'll just pretend we're doing it. Stingy, and it's normal when you apply products to the skin when you're open like that, and then it might sting a little bit when you put on the sunscreen as well. And that concludes our treatment. Dada has my information if you want to reach out to me directly if you have any questions on how to do some treatments or protocols, how to add in My Skin Buddy into your treatment. I'll be happy to help. And I don't let my clients touch after they've had their skin open. I always tell them no kisses because we're in South Florida, so everybody, you know, kisses when they say hi. So it's like no kissing, no nothing. Your skin is clean, and we don't want to cause any risk of infection. So that's microneedling with my skin buddy, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.